Good morning. Welcome to another Yoga or Home Friday moment. I'm Gina Reinhart, also known as Gina Yogini, have yoga mat wheel travel, and I've traveled to Almsville, Oregon for the weekend. This beautiful, beautiful Labor Day weekend. I am house sitting and I'm staying in my daughter Sequoia's bedroom because it just feels so comfy and cozy and it's helping me to do some time traveling. First, though, I want to address and thank all my subscribers who have stayed with me over these years. And I just want to also extend to whoever might be watching happy Labor Day weekend. We forget sometimes that it takes a it takes a community to get out there and work, and this is our weekend to celebrate that we get a weekend to relax. And for those that don't get to relax because they have to work, I just extend my very strong appreciation because I know what it's like to work on a Labor Day weekend. And but there's other ways to labor, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Thinking about being in this room and time traveling, a labor of love. Way back when Sequoia was born in 2015, I quilted this quilt for her. I was living in Idaho and hadn't even met her yet, but the labor of love for a new granddaughter is so awesome to do something that you know that they'll have years in the future. So, also when I moved here 5 years ago in November of 2020, I moved to half that shop in the backyard. I have It's all covered in my very first YouTube if you want to go back and learn about it. But here I was brand new divorced. It was the day after the elections. Portland was on fire because of the discontent. And I moved into half that shop for 2.5 years and would have to walk across the path that you can't see to the house to where I could use the indoor plumbing and be part of the family on the inside. But when I first moved here, I had this ratty old pillow. It was my very first quilted thing. It was a labor of love and became a cat pillow. And when I moved here, I threw it out and they rescued it. And so now here, this ratty old pillow brings me a memory of when John was just a baby. I don't even think Jerome was more than a glint in my eye. So, time traveling. What were you doing 5 years ago? Can you think back? Did you make any progress from things that you might have set as a plan 5 years ago? When I moved into the backyard, I embraced the power of the pen. That's my biggest thing that I always like to explain to people. Embrace the power of the pen. Write down your goals, write down what you want, and make it happen. I moved here post cancer, post divorce, starting a whole new life, and I didn't want to live in that backyard, although I was very grateful, and I'll always be filled with appreciation that I was able to restart my life. It was in that shop that I did my application for the Section 8, which I received 4 years later. I finally moved into that beautiful little apartment that I have in Mill City. I wrote how I wanted to get healthy. I did my energy medicine yoga, and here I am 5 years later. I had a hip replacement while I was living back there, and then I moved into the house that I had in Salem. But so many memories. I moved here in November. Like I said, Melody's birthday is in November, and she wanted her bedroom painted. We labored over her wall one day before her birthday, and it's still beautiful. It brings joyful memories. That mirror, I don't know if it's in the camera, but that mirror, Melody wanted a mirror, and we went to Ross or Marshall's, one of those places, and it's a lovely, lovely mirror. So can you look around your home, find memories of joy? And if something at the same time was happening, like when we were painting the walls and I was shopping with Melody for that mirror, I felt like crap. I really did. It brings tears to my eyes when I think about it. But here I am talking in my memories about sadnesses and changes and where I've come. And so let's just all take a deep breath, thinking back where we are now and where we were, and inhaling through our nose and exhaling. Oh, think of the bad juju, let it go, and then inhale. Inhale joy. Change those bad memories to positive ones, where you want to be. And I'm going to raise my hands on an inhale. Open up, receiving the gifts of what's out there for me to receive, because I still know that I'm receiving beautiful, beautiful joy from my 97 subscribers. And I'm going to weave that in and just thank you so much. So if you're laboring, thank you. If you're enjoying your weekend, give your gratitude to those laborers.